Hello again. In this audio, I would like to share with you my understanding of a spiritual awakening which plays a large part in why I set up this channel and my passion for helping to support others on their own unique spiritual journey. Spirituality involves the recognition of a feeling or sense or belief that there is something greater than ourselves, something more to being human than sensory experience, and that the greater whole of which we are part is cosmic or divine in nature. I have always believed that there is a much bigger picture than just us, and I truly feel that we are all interconnected in some way. And so, to begin, it was during the latter part of 2013 that the start of my own spiritual journey truly began, and divine intervention decided to step in. I remember that evening vividly, like it was yesterday. It was fairly late at night, and I was at home reading, and suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, I could see what I can only describe as a white orb, which was about the size of a 10-pence piece, floating down past my left shoulder. Later on that evening, I woke up suddenly in the early hours of the morning and saw a circle of vibrant blue light moving at slow speed in a clockwise direction just below my bedroom ceiling. The same thing happened on two separate occasions shortly afterwards, and this time it was at my family home. At the time, I didn't fully comprehend the significance of what the blue light might mean or represent, but through further research thereafter, I discovered that it had been the presence of Archangel Michael, who, as some of you may know, is the angel of protection. I am sure that I was being shown signs in this way because of my long-standing firm belief in angels, and to acknowledge that my prayers had indeed been heard. Thenceforth, I regularly find feathers of varying colour in the most unexpected of places. I often see clusters of white energy or individual strands in the air floating past me, and sometimes flashes of white light, particularly when I'm thinking about a loved one lost, as I like to call them, or if I'm asking for guidance on a particular matter. In 2014, I was in one of my local cafes when somebody came in shortly afterwards and sat down at a nearby table. Not that there is anything unusual about that. I felt an inner knowing that I was meant to go and speak to this person. So I went over and asked him if he was a musician, as he looked like one, and also to strike up some sort of conversation. Was it divine intervention or my intuition nudging me? But the word angel immediately came into my mind. He didn't answer, but simply handed me a piece of paper, and on it were the written words, "I have a message for you, I am an angel." He beckoned me to sit down for a moment, where he then proceeded to write out the message that only I would understand, and I did. As I left the cafe, I turned round to wave goodbye, and he wasn't there. He had simply vanished. I believe that a divine presence does exist, that God is of energy and light, as are indeed angels and our spirit guides. I have learned that the clearer and more concise we are in our requests, the easier it is for divine timing to step in and assist. However we communicate, be it through the angelic realm, using the principles of the law of attraction, in the style of an affirmation said out loud, through silent thought, or simply through prayer, in my experience, the answers might not necessarily be in the way that we expect, or at the time we may want things to happen, but when we are ready, we will be shown in the way we are meant to, whether it be through seeing, hearing, feeling, or sensing, and we will always be divinely guided throughout our life journey towards the path we are destined for. My name is Rosanna, and thank you very much for listening.